Good morning, collective. I am Quan Yin, and this is I Have No Cut Cards Tarot. I want to make sure that the right person hears this message. Reason being, I feel like there might be a younger person. I feel like there may be a younger person that might benefit from this, that's still learning, that might have a lot of empathy and compassion, that might have maybe come from a family, maybe where you are conditioned to forgive, forget, and go forced to reconcile with people, that are directly trying to hurt you. That can be conditioned in childhood because you don't get to choose. The Holy Spirit is telling me this is for somebody because you don't get to choose your family members and you don't get to choose your parents. Okay, you don't get to choose your family and you don't get to choose your parents. So when you're a child, if you have aunties, uncles, cousins, brothers, people at church, people in your community, people in your household and community that do things to hurt you intentionally, and don't have any good intentions towards you in childhood, and they do something wrong, and you don't want to interact with them. Sometimes it's forced and encouraged, that you forgive them and then you give them another chance and you go back and allow them access to play with you or to hang out or be close to you, be your friend, be whatever. And this is conditioned sometime in childhood. So you get in the habit, they're telling me this, a younger person, you get into the habit of believing no matter how bad somebody wrongs you, at some point, you have to allow them to have access to you. It's the right thing to do. Forgiveness, but you have to continue a relationship with them, whether it's a friend, a family member, or someone in your community. And that's just actually not right. And it's not right. It's training you not to have boundaries. It's causing you not to have boundaries. And it strips you of your right to protect yourself emotionally, mentally, and physically. Okay? They're telling me there's someone younger that they wanted me to say this to. Now, I'm going to quickly explain how in your childhood, someone forcing you to forgive someone and continue to keep them around you or interact with them can affect you as an adult. Okay. It'll put you in a mindset no matter how bad someone does something to you, you have to accept that. Now, in the this goes for everybody, but in the Black experience, and I am talking about the Black American experience that is connected to chattel slavery in North America, I believe that some of these behaviors were strongly reinforced and cultivated because during chattel slavery, you could not choose who you was around, because in plantation life, you couldn't leave your plantation. You was someone's slave and you were owned. So when there were squabbles and people doing each other wrong and fighting going on amongst the slaves, and backbiting and toxic behavior, you were in a toxic, harsh environment. So you were taught that everybody on that plantation, at the end of the day, no matter how bad somebody wronged you, you still got to go right back to them, and accept their apology and move on from it. And you still got to work with that person and be around them and interact and talk to them and speak to them. And I believe that for people that have the bloodline and the experience connected to chattel slavery in North America, other people too, but I believe that's strongly ingrained and taught, that no matter how bad somebody wrongs you, you still got to work together and you can't kick them out your life. That's not right. I believe some of that comes from conditioning and psychological abuse from chattel slavery, where you had to see that person and you had to be on your best behavior. Once the slave masters were around, You had to give off a certain demeanor. We're all cooperating. We're all working together. We're all doing good. Ain't nobody arguing over here. All of us are getting along and getting the job done. Everything is fine. Whether you was in the house or in the field, y'all had to work together, and it couldn't be no friction. You had to be well behaved slaves. So I feel like that mentality for somebody, regardless of your race, color, or ethnicity, you need to hear. Um, when you are dealing with narcissists, narcissists are demons, okay? Narcissists are demons, period, point blank. However, they got them, it's not your problem, okay? And uh, sometimes a narcissist will want forgiveness that tries to wrong and hurt you, but they have broken thinking and they have demons, and nothing has changed. They are just in a vulnerable state of pain, whether it be emotional, pain, physical pain, they're sick. Um, when they're in a vulnerable state, they seem very vulnerable. They seem very sad. They're crying. They're physically ill. They're having bad finances. They try to appeal to your human side, to care, about the pain that they're going through, because it's about them. Everything is about, their comfort. And they will want your forgiveness, but it's not because they truly want your forgiveness. It is because they need your empathy. And nothing in their mind has changed. They're a demon. You understand? It's just a demon in trouble. You understand? Now, I'm going to jump into the read. Somebody wants your forgiveness. Somebody could be in bad health, because I have health in the reverse here, and then I have illness in the reverse. And this is why they want me to tell you this. I'm going to explain something to you really quick, very fast. It's a QUAN experience. And yeah, I talk a lot, but I feel like someone's getting something from what I'm saying, because I wish somebody was able to give me some pointers, when I was younger. I had a woman befriend me some years back that had signed a contract on my life, and she was to set me up to have me killed. Okay. And unbeknownst to me at the time, I just thought, with my overactive heart chakra, because I knew she had some toxic ways, that maybe, hey, maybe I could rub off on her and give her some guidance. She's a little bit younger than me. Okay. She seems a little narcissistic, but nobody is perfect. I mean, I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes in my life too. Maybe if I could spend some time around her and help open her eyes, and to see how your lack of empathy and compassion makes you very cold and cutting, and is creating blockages in your life. Maybe if I could mirror, maybe I could, y'all know how we do. If we mirror God's love, they'll see God's love in you, and they'll want to know how to get that love too. Yeah, not all the time. Okay. So this narcissist that befriended me, at that time, I knew she was very narcissistic, but I also could see the good in her, because all souls have dark and light, and we all have good and bad. And that's where empaths get trapped and caught up, because you choose to only acknowledge the good in someone, especially when you've experienced the positive side to them. And sometimes you think that you can help them with the dark side that they can't balance. And you even might feel like you're there to help lead that person, guide them, love them, but it's a demon. You're trying to help a demon. Okay. So this woman, uh, a few years into the friendship, of course, there were little things I noticed that I intentionally and willingly ignored. Y'all know the backhanded compliments, the little things you hear people say that indicate they're jealous of you. And you're like, that's okay. She's human. I know she's a little jealous of why she said that. Maybe I'll just give her some space for a few days, and we'll still be cool, because I've dealt with jealous people before. But no, sweetheart, y'all, in this day and age, y'all got to only allow certain people into your energy, because this woman signed a contract with someone to sacrifice me, and she was a part of a cult of witches that do black magic, and she was trying to kill me. And first, someone that was a very close friend of mine at the time that I was trying to help out, that had two children, two little children. She died from a death spell that was meant for me. Okay. By this woman, and left that woman's two children without a mother. It broke my heart. At the time, I didn't know it was her that did it, and it was meant for me. And then after that, that I put the pieces together and I realized what she was doing and who she was, and I cut her off. Okay, uh, and when I cut her out my energy completely, she did another death spell and was trying to set me up to be killed, and her only child got killed. Okay, she only had one child, and it was her heartbeat. Okay, it was her heartbeat, that one child she had. And that child got killed. Okay. It's in the news right now. I ain't gonna say shit though. It's in the news right now. It's an old news story, but it's in the news right now. And then his daddy got killed, because death is all around this woman. Okay. Now, the thing about it is, after her only child got killed, she called me on the phone and couldn't get me on the phone because she wanted me to, and her friend called me too, because she wanted me to comfort her. She, like, literally, you know how demons are. Demons will tell you what they did. They'll tell you everything. I tried to kill you in the death spell because I was going to get all this money. My son died. My son died. Why did this happen? A narcissist will do that shit. No cap. I'm not making this up. I'm not making. Sorry about that, y'all. Somebody's triggered. And I really don't give a fuck. Okay. Somebody's triggered, and I honestly don't give a fuck. So what I said was, there are narcissists, which are demons, that will get close to you, and they'll become jealous of you and your bounty. They'll be jealous of your cheerful disposition, your joy, and then your financial blessings. It was a thing where, when she met me, I guess she thought that she had more than me because the job I was working at, I was underneath of her, and everything was cool. But then one day, when we became closer as friends, I made the mistake of allowing her to get a closer look into my life. And I was making less money and I worked underneath of her. But so she was like, "Oh, you make minimum wage. You barely make any money at all, blah, 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 blah." So y'all, we were cool. And when I got closer to her and I allowed her to get a closer look into my life, she saw my primary home, and then she saw my rental property. She seen the vehicle I had at the time and other things I had in my life and I've had. And she became enraged in jealousy. Like, wait a minute. I've been walking around on this job with my chest all the way out, feeling like I was the this, that, and the other, and you sitting there quietly the whole time, and you got more than me. I didn't know that about you. You understand? This is why we got to learn how to vet friends longer and be very careful about allowing people into our personal lives if we have things, if we have assets and things. You don't know what kind of psychomaniac you might be allowing into your home and environment to see what the hell you have that might lose their mind. You don't know what's going on in people's minds. I'm telling you, okay? Because it's a shock to some people when they think one way about you. And then if they find out there's a lot more to you than what they see in 8 hours a day at work, they don't know where you got what you got from. It could be from a lifetime of hard back breaking work, whatever the case may be. This person, I made the mistake of allowing them access to my personal life. And in that time, they saw the assets that I had. They seen some of the things that I owned and became demonically possessed and crazy with jealousy. Okay. And the thing about it was, she did a death spell on me multiple times. And first, someone else that was close to me died of cancer, sadly. that I really cared about, that had two little beautiful children, and it broke my heart. Um, and then she did it again, and she lost her only child because she got too close to me. And my ancestors and guides was like, "All right, bitch. All right, we didn't warn your ass already about my divine one over here. And if you take one more step, you don't know what the hell we gonna do and we got for you." But she tried it anyway, and she lost her only child right now to this day. Called me on the phone, and I want someone to learn something. She called me on the phone because she wanted me to comfort her. She got a friend of hers to call me too. I still have that recording on my phone. And I hear her screaming in the top of her lungs in the background, "Why? Why?" I still got the recording. I'm laughing at my voice with the why. But the point is, she wanted me to comfort her, and that demon is like, "I tried to kill you, and instead my child got killed. I want you to comfort me and talk to me about it." Yeah, you understand? And she was, and I didn't talk to her at all. No, no. I'm gonna make a point for you real quick about the backwards thinking. It's very sad, but I sent a text message and I said, give her condolences. I text message her friend and said, she's out of control right now. Text message her, let her know that she condolences. Her child was very sweet. And I'm sorry that happened to that child. Okay. I'm sorry for the child. Okay. And after that, I wouldn't, she wanted to get me on the phone so bad. She wanted me to come to the child's funeral and to be a part of whatever was going on, uh, knowing that I know you were trying to kill me. Bitch, in what world? Where at? And I was talking to someone at a new job I was working at. I was just talking to somebody about it when it happened. And this person that is also a reprobate mind and a narcissist, it just shows you the mindset of so many people that don't know how to think right, that literally have broken thinking and lack boundaries. And they really, really don't know. People don't know how to think right about things.